have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master Danheng?
I know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be? I'm sorry, but Xianzhou's street lamps aren't in the habit of eavesdropping on conversations. I'm speaking with Master Danheng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
He is a close friend. I've invited him along to bear witness. Please, treat him as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu. Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Danfeng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession. The preceptors heard of Master Danheng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended. But if Master Danheng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her. Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say. I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and as far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it. Your Highness, please think about this poor child. Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Danheng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her. You've been spending too much time with March. You know that I'm a descendant of the Lofu Vidyadhara. In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it. Yet that power stems from Danfeng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean. But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth. Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Danfeng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow. Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The start skiff is ready. Let's go.
I'm Hilo Lu Ying of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the Great Sinner has returned to the Luofu and wanted to offer some advice.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. What does the Alchemy Commission want then?
Extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
Return to
No
being a
further.
nameless. Stay out of the High Elder's succession. The Luofu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Danfeng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
I have no intention of threatening Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Luofu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved. Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one.
Look
Farewell.
no further.
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder, General?
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care. Our paths have merely crossed. But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture. Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties, those that would work circumstances to their advantage, be it Danfeng, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent, then? It is an internal affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Luofu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights. Nevertheless, As a friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Danheng and Bailu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Luofu, the Videodora will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame. It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little more seriously. I must return to my quarters now. I merely took advantage of the healer's absence to slip out and relax a little. Be on your way.
Master Danheng, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous incarnation.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere. A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Videodora.
Wait. Master Danheng's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his true identity. And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous crimes of the past. The Videodora will never accept him. Die, Danfeng.
Heaven surge. Rise! The times are
You
changing.
say Danfeng was merely your previous incarnation. How then do you still possess the power of the High Elder?
Awaken, dormant scale. World-cleansing dragon.
As I expected, Danfeng, you have returned.
Oh, Grace.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Danheng.
They came for me. I'm sorry you got dragged into it.
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Danheng, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huanxi, I'll ask you to pass on the message.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
It could be dangerous ahead. We should proceed carefully.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages. An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Danheng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Danheng, Miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
I don't care about my legitimacy. Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted the title.
I am Danheng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Danheng? I heard about how you parted the ancient sea in Scale Gorge Waterscape. These assassins have got their work cut out for them.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things like that.
take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Danfeng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your tail? If I let you be High Elder, will you grow a tail?
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled in that. I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal. This is the duty of the Lawful Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy. So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Waterscape?
Precisely.
Let's go then.
Miss Bailu,
Guanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't worry. What a magnificent sight! Is that the Ambrosial Arbor?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the Arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this position. Which begs the question, why did Danfeng choose me all those years ago?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragon Heart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features. However, Danfeng's ritual failed, and his powers remained within me. And yet for some reason, it also created you.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the process.
I want to use this opportunity to repair the Ambrosial Arbor seal, and see if I can help recall our memories. Plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal roots. Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
What's wrong? Not going to plan, huh?
Shun the tree's growth. The residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague. Water of the ancient sea, upon the High Elder's command,
subdue the eternal roots!
This feeling.
That's it. You did it. This alone should prove to everyone that you are the true High Elder. When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really, really huge and the whole of Scale Gorge Waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me. That's fun! Danheng, teach me another trick. Let's see if I can remember anything else.
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone coming. You! Who are you? They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smokescreen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying in wait for us. Seems like some people have had enough of my presence. If so, why would they want to harm Bailu? We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here.
Look at that shadow. Could it be an assassin?
Don't worry. Those things aren't hostile.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Is that you, Danheng? Have you returned?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. These floating shadows are called Mirage Echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water in their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Danheng.
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice anywhere. Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the Transmutation Arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process. If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish? As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted Xianzhou natives and even short-life species among your friends. The upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the Transmutation Arcanum now, and the Preceptors can help you keep your secrets.
I heard that Danheng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the Xianzhou became its arch-villain. Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live! The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
I don't like this Mirage Echo. He thought that the Vidyadhara was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Vidyadhara. As if the Vidyadhara would never progress without their plans. I guess Danheng probably never told them the secret of the Transmutation Arcanum.
We shouldn't linger here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. These Mirage Echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for Mirage Echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
Bailu, you fled the Alchemy Commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist. So she's been reborn?
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Danfeng? I don't think so. The appearance of the Law Fu's High Elders have been similar through the ages, but there's no mistaking Master Danfeng. Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak with Master Danfeng.
Oh, okay. Wait! No! You're just a mirage echo! I got tricked again!
Master Danfeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the Transmutation Arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research. The Vidyadhara performs self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population. If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Vidyadhara from the cycle of reincarnation. I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
Danfeng. What did he do?
Master Danfeng, your changes to the Transmutation Arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great destruction. But it also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the Vidyadhara to reproduce. My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was! Why should Vidyadhara reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our race? To unearth the potential might of Long's blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon, isn't that the real meaning behind the Transmutation Arcanum? The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish!
What does she mean by that?
The Transmutation Arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Vidyadhara to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to normal reproduction. But the mechanism eludes me. Let's go.
Miss Bailu, what are you doing in my pharmacy? Don't tell me you've already heard about Sanctus Medicus. Have you come here to condemn me?
Seems like none of the Mirage Echoes realize that. They've already been reborn.
They are mere fragments stripped from the lives of the Vidyadhara.
I have never believed in the High Elder. You are unworthy of the condemnation you spout. Especially you, Miss Bailu. You simply do not have the power of the High Elder, the power to summon the forces of nature. Why should I believe you are superior in any way to Master Danfeng? The Preceptors, our people, they think the High Elder is the Vidyadhara's only savior. Arrogant, illogical. Have you seen what merciful Medicus can do? The Vidyadhara already have immortal bodies. What they should pray for is the ability to reproduce like the Xianzhou natives. Merciful Medicus will help us to grow our population and bear descendants. They can do what the High Elder cannot. One day you will come to know that I was right.
I never knew the Vidyadhara had believers in the Plagues Author among their ranks.
It's you, Master Danfeng. Why did you disgrace yourself? You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you, of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. He must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Danfeng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain. The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my immortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea. You once told us that we should cherish every life cycle, and that you would use cloud-hid magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
I must listen to him very carefully. We cannot have—
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the Vidyadhara of the Lawfu. You are unworthy. The Vidyadhara must not sever the High Elder succession tradition just because of you. Hand it over.
Danheng, is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? I was so worried.
Yuan Li, is that you? I thought something must have happened to you.
It's me, Miss Bailu. I'm so sorry that I can't be your maid anymore. But I heard that a smart and talented replacement would be coming soon. I refused a request from the preceptors, so they asked me to leave. The preceptors are very fearful of you, Miss Bailu. They asked every maid to record your dreams and daily activities, and I did so at first. After a while, I felt that the preceptors were asking this not out of concern for you, but for some malevolent purpose. So I stopped.
Yuan Li, don't worry. I never told anyone about my dreams.
Good. Then I needn't worry. They'll be assigning me to a different job soon. I hope we have another chance to see each other one day.
Yes. So long. Yes. Let's keep going.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Luckily, I had Danheng and him to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like Scale Gorge Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the elders and round them all up. Fortunately, the three of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved assassins. How did you know that?
Oh, it's because we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that those people would try and attack you again.
You said those assassins only came from Mr. Danheng, but the ones we met in the ruins were coming from me instead.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
That was my idea alone. How could the preceptors have come up with that? From my perspective, the Videodora requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed. Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell. A pity. So close.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme? They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige they have remaining.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
Save your breath. We all know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the Ten Lords Commission's judges.
Too late, Jing Yuan. I go no further.
I always felt useless in the eyes of the Elders. A false dragon who failed to inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realized they'll use any means of removing me.
Not all of the Videodora harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, Dragon Lady, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with Danheng first.
Very well. I will await all of you at the ferry.
The Videodora have neither parents nor family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young Videodora in the art of Cloud Hymn, as well as various life skills. Danheng, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about Videodora tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of. I've always been a wanderer. I can never return to my homeland. In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
As far back as I can remember, I've had the Preceptors and Alchemy Commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life. Perhaps we were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of Danfeng? Maybe, Miss Bailu. At first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name only, and that an absence of true power would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking things. You have no shortage of true power.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of Scale Gorge Waterscape mentioned that not only was Danfeng a brave warrior, he could heal others with Cloud Hymn magic. What you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor Seal and the vitality of the Eternal Roots. It is a world away from my power of destruction.
In that case, Danfeng probably had a gentle side to him too, right?
Perhaps.
We should head back to the healer's market. I have other things to do today. Let's go.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Luofu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the Preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your homeland.
As a nameless, the Express still needs me.
Ah, that is a pity.